Good morning. That was so dead, because that's not me. But y'all, today is the day of my dentist appointment. And I am not excited. Y'all, I'm so weird. Okay, so I have my house slippers on. But I don't want to step on the carpet. I'm very weird. I don't know if I'm the only one who does that. But y'all, today is the day of my dentist appointment. Not gonna lie, I'm a little upset. I forgot how that TikTok went. Somebody had the audacity to tell me the world doesn't revolve around me. But y'all, today is definitely the day of my dentist appointment. Like, for the 5th time. I said that already. Duh, bitch. Get to the point. I'm nervous. Like, it's a consultation or whatever. But I've been to consultations before, and then that's when they try to, like, take x-rays of your teeth. If you work in a dental office, please let me know. I don't know why y'all just don't accept other offices' dental records. Like, I don't want to have to keep doing that. And then, y'all want to know what's crazy? Cancel. I'm not trying to watch something right now while I'm talking to the people. Y'all want to know what's crazy? Hold on. Oh my gosh. I'm using my front camera right now. But y'all want to know what's crazy? So, my very first dental appointment, I know, I was a child and they told me that I would need braces because I have those. And before I had those, I had 2 baby teeth in the front. And if I find a picture, I'll show y'all. So, I had 2 baby teeth in the front. And they never fell out until 2019. So, one fell out and then the dentist had to, like, take the other one out. So, I went to the dentist when I was young as hell. I believe I was like 7, and I started feeling stuff, and that was these 2 in the back, like my permanent teeth growing in. And I remember the dentist, he was like, oh yeah, she's gonna need braces or whatever. Never went back to the dentist since. So finally went to the dentist when I was, I believe, 23, 24. So I went to them, and the first visit was like $100 and something with insurance. It was like $100 and something, and they started taking pictures of my teeth, putting the thing, hold your head straight, da 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 da. And y'all, as she's like, y'all, if y'all been to the dentist, y'all know when they take pictures and you have to stand straight, and then you're in the chair and they're like, okay, like, I kept gagging, and she's like, stop gagging. Bitch, like, how, what? How you gonna tell me to stop gagging? Like, I don't know how to deep throat. The fuck? Like, that shit pissed me off. Like, they rubbed me the wrong way, and they never seen me again after that day. So she's like, stop gagging. It's hard to take the photos. And I'm like, bitch, stop shoving it so fucking far down my throat. Like, this was my first dental appointment. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm never coming here again. Like, this is so weird and awkward or whatever. So they told me that I would need braces, duh, of course. But then I forgot what they said. Yeah, I'd never be seeing my maintenance men anymore. They be MIA. But I forgot what happened. So one of the receptionists, she told me, she was like, yeah, you know, this clinic is great. And she was a black lady. She was like, you know, this clinic is great, but I'd rather you go to people like us. And she was like going like this to her hand. And I was like, gotcha. So she referred me to an orthodontist. Never went to him because I didn't have time. So what's it called? My second dentist appointment was when I got a job at Moffitt, and I was like, you know what? Let me take care of my mouth. Like, I dead need my braces. Like, I want my braces now. So went to Moffitt. Second clinic, horrible. The doctor was so nice, like nice ass gentleman, fine too. I forgot his name. Was it Dr. Hernandez? Something like that. He has the dental office. Okay, the IV. It was close to the IV. If y'all in Tampa, y'all know what an IV is. His dental office was close around there. So I went to him and they did the same thing, but there was an Asian girl who was like taking pictures of my mouth at the time, and she made me feel comfortable. Like, she explained why they have to shove it so far back so they can take good pictures, and I was like, oh, okay. And she like gave me some tricks and tips on how to like hold like the gagging for like a few seconds. So she was nice to me, but her other coworker, a mess. I think I'll put that in another. Should I tell the story? I'm already saying whatever. But yeah, so what happened? Shoot. Okay, yeah, she took the photos or whatever. The doctor came in. He asked me about my health and this and that, da 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 da. And of course, my mouth is very important because it's right next to my brain. Like, all of this is connected. And that's another story time. I actually did make a story time about like my whole surgery and all that stuff, but it wasn't uploading, and my MacBook is, I'll see if this weekend I'm gonna take it to Apple, but that's besides the point. That's neither here or there. So what's it called? He was explaining to me like, oh, you know, I gotta take out your baby teeth. Like, he was like, how do you say it? Like, he was shocked. I was trying to think of a different word. He was shocked. He was like, oh, those are baby teeth? And I was like, yeah. He was like, no, they're not. I'm like, yeah, they are. Like, they never came out. And honestly, y'all, I think these down here might be my baby teeth, because I really don't remember being like a toothless child. Like, I remember when these came out, pool closed. Don't nobody want to go to the pool? Sorry, I just got a notification from my apartment. But I remember these coming out, but I don't remember nothing else. Like, that's weird to me. And I deadass feel like these are like my baby teeth. I don't know why, whatever. So he wiggled them. He was like, oh, you could just pull those out yourself. I'm looking at him like, who and pull what out? He's like, oh, you know, just get a string and tie it and pull it out. I'm just like, you're funny. And I'm gonna find a photo. I think I still have that photo in my Google, or it might be in me and my friends' messages in the DM. So I'll definitely find that photo. So off the topic of the dentist now, I was working I was working as a server at the time, and you know, they let us try the foods or whatever, or they explain the foods that they're serving tonight or whatever. So after they explain it, we would all, what the hell was that? Y'all, I just rested my phone on my laptop, and it just like started like flashing like pink stuff. Is my phone, can I not like put my phone there? Who the fuck is this? Or was it because somebody was calling me? I don't know. Let me, because that was weird. Like, it never, okay, let me not put my phone there again, because that's weird. It's kind of scaring me. Anyways, let me, can I set it up here? Okay, I can set it up here. Y'all probably not gonna see my face that much, but, or I can slouch down. So I was working as a server. They let us try the food, and I think I bit into a carrot. It was some vegetable. Y'all, as I'm chewing, I feel something weird. I think it was either this tooth or this tooth. I feel something weird. So I'm like, let me go to the bathroom. Y'all, I spit into the napkin. My tooth is in the napkin. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, y'all, I started freaking out. I was so freaking scared. I'm just like, oh my gosh. My friend at the time, she I don't know if she still is a dental hygienist, but I text her, I'm like, oh my gosh, girl, like my tooth just fell out, like I'm so scared and da 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 da. And I sent her a photo and she was like, oh girl, like go to this place and da da da, and they'll help you, they'll get you hooked up or whatever. And I was like, okay. So yeah, my tooth fell out at work, and back to the dentist or whatever. One of the baby's tooth, that's how you say it, one of the baby, it was still in there. One of them was still in there, and that's the one he was telling me, oh, just put it on a string and pull it out. And I'm just like, yeah, no. So then he was like, oh, you need like your wisdom teeth removed, because at the like when I was in New York in medical assisting school, there would be times where like my wisdom teeth would like hurt really bad, and I would tell my mom like, oh my gosh, I need this removed, I need this removed. And at the time, I think it was Medicaid. I had whichever one, though, not the one for old people. It was I think it was Medicaid, because Medicare, it had to be Medicaid. I had it in New York, and my doctor's visits would literally be like $5. Dentist appointments would at the most be like $30 or something like that. So I wanted it done in New York, but my other friend in New York at the time, she was also a dental hygienist, and she was telling me how the doctor that she works for is well known and everybody loves coming to him, but the staff don't be sterilizing their equipment. So me hearing that, I'm like, oh nah, I'm not doing that. I'm straight. I don't want to go, because her doctor was well known, and it was my first time going to the dentist, and I wanted to go to somebody good. But by her telling me that, she scared me, and I'm just like, yeah, no. I'd rather go to Florida, where at least I know they're very strict on washing their equipment. New York is kind of iffy to me, because that whole city is just dirty, trashy. If you're from New York, I don't give a fuck. I'm talking about bad about it. I hate New York. So, what's it called? Yeah, like one of the tooth was still in there. He was telling me I need to pull it out or whatever. Then he was telling me, oh, you need to get all of your wisdom teeth removed. And I was like, okay, I guess. So he set up an appointment for me to get them removed, and then I was going to get a cleaning, and then he was going to put my braces in. I believe he said the braces would be like, was it 10 grand? It was, I think so. I'm not sure of the numbers, but it was pretty pricey. Oh my gosh, excuse me. That was so unladylike. So I'm tired of holding this. Okay, that's much better. So I come in to get my all 4 of my wisdom teeth removed, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the top, and the one baby tooth. So I came in with it not being pulled out, and he was like, oh, Fabiola, you were supposed to remove this. And I was like, I tried, but it wouldn't come out. Y'all, my experience at that dentistry was so freaking horrible. I'm traumatized till this day, and I asked my dad if he could come with me today, because I don't feel like it's gonna be a consultation, because like I said again, like they're gonna be shoving stuff in my mouth to take photos. So whatever. The lady numbed my mouth. They just numbed me up. I don't know if my insurance didn't cover it or anything, but I asked him, I was like, hey, like, will I be like put to sleep and stuff like that? He was like, yeah, you'll be put to sleep and this and that, da, da, da. I was like, okay. I was fine with it. Come in, the lady over here freaking injecting my gums and stuff with was it lidocaine? That's the only numbing thing that I know of is lidocaine. And either with or without epi. So they injected my gums and stuff, and I was sitting there, and then she was poking me. She's like, can you feel this? I was like, it's pressure, but I don't feel anything. She was like, okay, good. Y'all, I was awake for the whole thing. My eyes were watering. I could hear every crack. And he just kept saying, open your mouth wider. Like, if you're watching this and you work in a dentist's office, do y'all think everybody just sucks? Am I even allowed to say that? Do y'all think everybody just sucks eggplant? Do y'all think like everybody is just like deep throat and everything out here? Like, my mouth cannot open wide enough. Like, y'all should have gave me some exercises to do, because isn't that your job? Like, I'm opening my mouth as wide as I can. By this point, I'm about to have lockjaw and break my fucking jaw because y'all keep saying open it wider, open it wider. It is opened. Like, don't y'all have tools to like sit there and hold my fucking mouth open? Like, where's your tools at? I've watched dentist videos on YouTube of them like holding people's mouths open. That was irritating me so much. Oh my gosh. But they kept saying, oh, open wider. And at this point, like, it's not even tearing no more. I'm literally crying. And throughout the thing, he's like, are you okay? Okay. Like, how the fuck I'm supposed to tell you that I'm okay?
What's not clicking, Steven?
Huh? Anyways, so I could hear like every crack and this way, that way. It was just a whole fucking mess. And y'all, my parents were like scared for me because my brain, like, if you're not from my Instagram, or if you don't know me personally, I had brain surgery, but that's another story. So it's like, it's so close. Like, my dad was scared, my mom was scared. So he ended up removing all of those. And then he was like, oh, Fabiola, you know, I'm going to remove this tooth, but it's going to be extra. And I'm just like, extra? It's not going to be extra. Like, you're tripping. So honestly, y'all, the one of the baby tooth that he had to take out, it was the hardest one to take out. Like, I think that prolonged the procedure, because it was the hardest one to take out, because I believe it was this one, and it was like connected like all throughout here, like through my gums. And I'm just like, and you just wanted me to yank it out because I could just yank it out like that. Like, what? No. So that one was the hardest to take out. They didn't even give me no pain medication, no nothing. And y'all, it was so insensitive. Right after he was done, I actually wanted to keep because I asked him questions before. I was like, will I be able to keep my teeth? Because I eventually wanted to make a story time about it. I didn't even start YouTube then, did I? No. I didn't start YouTube at the time, but I was like, oh, like, could I keep my teeth? Could I take a picture of it? He was like, yeah, we'll put it in a bag for you to keep them or whatever. I guess since the baby tooth took so long to like take out, the doctor and the assistant that was with him were a little frustrated. But why you mad at me? Like, why you being weird to me? So what's it called? The doctor is done. He was like, oh, my assistant will give you instructions, take care, and we'll see you in 2 or 3 weeks or something like that. I was like, okay. She hurries up, like she's telling me, oh, hurry up, stand up. I stand up and I was like, wait, can I see my teeth? And it's so hard for me to talk because I can't feel my mouth. I can't feel nothing. It's weird when like your whole mouth is numb. So I was like, hey, like, can I see or whatever? And she pointed. I was like, oh my gosh. And she was like, yeah. And like she was holding my back, like preceding me to like walk out the office. I'm like, okay, that's weird. So there I am. Hair is all matted because at the time I had from me shaving my head, it was growing back. And if I have a picture of what I wore that day, I'll post it. So hair all matted, eyes teary, watery as fuck, lips just looking all swollen. People in the freaking office area, And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like they're looking at me and I look busted right now. And then my dad comes in. Y'all know how Haitians are. He on the phone loud as fuck. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. So I'm standing at the checkout desk or whatever. And they gave me a paper. And they were like, okay, you're going to go to the pharmacy. You'll pick up some Tylenol and add. So y'all telling me after all this, I'm going to feel pain. But y'all not giving me real pain medication. So at this point, I'm just swallowing Tylenol, whatever, Advil. I'm swallowing it all. That medication runs out within a day or two. And by the third day, y'all, mouth was hurting. I'm crying. I can't go to work. Like, I took off, I think, a good 2 days off of work. And one of my managers told me, she was like, girl, I think you need to take a week off of work because my daughter got hers removed and she ended up getting sick. And I think I did end up getting sick as well. Because y'all, for 2 to 3 weeks, I was like, my mouth was just going through it. I was going through hell. Oh, excuse me. It got to the point where I was back at work and they told me to go home because I was in so much pain. And my manager, she waited with me while I was on the phone with the dentist, and they told me to come in. And then my dad picked me up. He took me over there. Okay, this is annoying. Like, go away. So my dad came to get me. We went to the dentist, and he was like, oh, you have dry socket. Like, what have you been doing? And y'all, eating was so hard. Like, I kid you not, I picked up Jello. I picked up like soup, like just watery soup, like y'all know the American stuff in the can. I picked that up. I picked up pudding. What else? I was just drinking tea. Like, I was doing everything he said to do. Like, don't drink through a straw because like that'll like suck air into your mouth or something like that. So I'm sitting there sipping. He's like, oh, it must have been something that you've done because now you have dry socket in all four. No, first I had dry socket in the bottom two. So like for a week straight, like I think he gave me some type of medication or whatever. And they told me that this was free or whatever because they never had something like this happen to somebody. So he gave it to me, and I went home that day feeling fine. Next morning, woke up, I guess the medication wore off. Y'all, I went to the store, I got some Oragel. Thinking about this kind of makes me want to cry because I can feel the pain. I got Oragel wasn't helping. What else happened? I went back to him again. He was like, oh, now you have dry sockets on the top. I'm just like, what the fuck? So I was like, could I get some pain medication? It's not like I'm a fucking like fiend for it. Like, I need medication. I've had Percocets before. Like, I had fucking brain surgery and I didn't feel shit when they put me on it. I guess maybe the pain medication was working. I don't know if y'all, whoever be taking drugs, like Percocets, it doesn't do nothing for me. I didn't even finish the medication. Like, I threw it away actually because I'm just like, this isn't helping with my pain at all. So whatever. But that's neither here or there. But I'm just like, can I get like some pain medication? He was like, no, we'll put, I forgot what they did for me, but it was like some cotton type of thing or some medication in cloth, and they like stuck it in all four, and they were like, oh, we're just gonna need you to relax and this and that. And y'all, all of this was swollen. Like, I look like a freaking chipmunk. So I'm over here just like sobbing, crying, headaches. And like I said, my parents were scared for me because I had brain surgery and I suffer from chronic migraines, and I haven't been having them for a while. So once I got my teeth taken out, my mom was kind of upset with me. She was like, you don't need braces. Like, I don't know why you went and did that to yourself. Like, you should just kept your teeth in. I know she was coming from a loving space, but it's like, she don't know how to be soft with it. Like, sis, it's okay. But I could understand her frustration because, you know, I'm her child. She doesn't want to see me in pain. So, whatever. But, yeah, like after they put the medication in and all four, and then I think 2 days after that, it started hurting again. And I called them. I was like, hey, you know, the medication that you guys put in my mouth the other day, it or whatever, it came out, it's not helping anymore. Like, what do you suggest? Like, I just purchased some Oragel, but I'm not sure how to put it in my mouth. Y'all, this is what the receptionist told me to do. He told me that I can take a cotton swab in the fillers or whatever and plug it up with the cotton. So I did that. Y'all, when it came time for me to have like a regular checkup, that kind of helped a little bit, but it didn't. Because again, I went back and he was like, why'd you do that? Like, you're messing it up. Like, now it's got infected and this and that. And he just rinsed it out with water, and I'm just like, warm water. It felt nice, but it was still hurting. So I was like, your staff told me to do it. And then he literally had 4 people there. It was 2 guys and 2 girls. And I was like, I called and I asked if I could come in, but they said that your office was closed. And at the time, I would be getting off of work at like 5 o'clock. But because I was in pain, my managers would let me get off of work at like 4, maybe 4:30. And I was like, I wanted to come in, but one of your receptionists told me that your office was closed. And he was like, no, I leave my office at 5:30. I think that's the end of my story time. I never went back to them again. I believe I did leave a review. Matter of fact, my last time going to them, I think this was the last time he gave me medication, because I'm sitting there crying. I was getting ready for church, and it was just so painful. I went in and they were like, oh, before we put the medication in, it'll be $130. I was like, why would it be that much when the doctor told me that these visits are free? And they were like, oh, well, those visits are, but you keep coming in frequently, and now this visit will be $130. And while I'm on the phone with my friend, and she's like, no, like, it's their fault that you keep coming in because they didn't take care of it properly, like, da-da-da. And then I got off the phone with her. I called my dad, and I'm sitting there crying. I'm just like, they told me it's going to be $130. I had it, but I'm not sitting there paying $130 just for y'all to put a little piece of cotton back into my, like, what? That don't make no fucking sense. So my dad ended up selling me the money.
Cash up, Zell, mama, PayPal,
Ended up sending me the money. I didn't pay for it because I think, what did I do with that money? I think I put it in my savings. Thank you, Daddy, if you're ever watching this. But I'm just like, why? Like, what? So I ended up leaving. I was upset. I was in church silently crying. And then I think that day, like, everybody wanted to go, like, to the mall after church and just walk around. And I'm sitting there. I could barely open my mouth. I'm sitting there crying. I honestly don't remember when the pain stopped. But just after that, like, I'm freaking traumatized of going to the dentist because I don't want to be in freaking pain. Like, no. And now I'm scared. Like, I heard that Greenberg Dentistry, is that how you call it? I heard that they're a great place. My friend used to work there, and I seen the reviews. Mostly all the locations have 4-point-something stars, which is great. So I just pray that today goes great because I'm tired, and honestly, I'm like shooken up by everything. But y'all, I'm about to go. Let me turn this way to stretch. I'm not about to go, but I'm about to end this clip because this story time is 30 minutes. Yeah, this is probably gonna be a long one today, so we'll see. I might like chop some stuff up. But yeah, I'm about to go eat some breakfast, do my devotion, and then I guess I'll see y'all when I get to the dentist. So yeah.
Ou kon kon advertis pa mette shed? You forgot?
No.
Koto wè la, papi?
To the dentist.
Where?
It's on West Hillsboro. It's the Greenberg's dentist.
Oui, eleman sa di m ke gen yo.
Alright, y'all, so I'm here. Kind of giving me traumatizing vibes a little bit, but I'm kind of bummed out because they told me it's like a 6-month process because I have to get like a deep clean. I don't know. I'll see what the dentist says after, but I'll keep y'all updated. That kind of like bummed me out because I want them like yesterday. Well, that was very convenient for me because the dental office is literally down the street from where I work, and I'm going to be on time. So y'all remember in the last clip I was like, oh, that kind of bummed me out because she said it'll be like a 6-month process. No, I misunderstood. So I set up to get a cleaning. I don't have insurance. Not that insurance would matter anyway. So this is actually kind of fun because you guys are like gonna be on my dentist journey with me, well, my braces journey with me. So I went ahead with braces. First she said I have to get a cleaning, so I'm going to do that. I already forgot the appointment, but I wrote it down in my calendar. So I'm going to get a cleaning first, and then January, I forgot what day, that is the day I'm going to put in my braces. I'm nervous. I want to cry. I don't know why I want to cry. Hope that didn't interfere with anything I was recording. Y'all, I don't know why I want to cry, but I feel like crying. I'm so nervous. Excuse me. He hungry? Looking at me like he want to eat. Anyways,